You guys, happy freaking Forest Week. Happy Forest. We are going back home and I am so freaking excited. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. In today's video, this will be my final video before Electric Forest, and this will have a couple of updates, some exciting announcements, what sets you can find me at, and maybe even we'll talk a little bit about the map and some other changes that I'm seeing for this Electric Forest. And this will be my fourth Electric Forest, and you guys, it is going to be a very, very, very special one indeed for a multitude of reasons. So without further ado, let's get into it. Kicking it off, I have a very exciting announcement to make, and it is that this year I will be hosting 2 workshops at Electric Forest. If you haven't seen the announcement yet, but you've seen this intention setting workshop on the brainery schedule, that is me. That is going to be hosted by your girl. I am super excited for it. I have been working as a life coach for the past 2 years, helping women create amazing and fulfilling lives inside and outside of music festivals. And I really wanted to host a workshop. This will be my first in-person workshop ever. And I really wanted to help you guys set some intentions for a magical weekend at Electric Forest. So if you've never heard of like intention setting or anything like that, it really is just aligning with what do you want to get out of your Electric Forest weekend. So we will be coming together at 10:30 at the brainery Thursday morning. If unfortunately you'll be setting up camp or you'll be coming in, I apologize. I just wanted to be able to do it right before we go into the festival that day. So I hope you can make it. I will also have a limited amount of time afterwards to meet with some of you guys, but I will talk about another meetup that I will be at. Just in case you guys do want to meet me, I will have, like I said, a very small window because then I will be going to Good Life and hosting the same workshop over in Good Life. I am also camping in Good Life this year for the first time ever, which I'm so pumped about. And so I will be doing some content over there, but yeah, I will be going over to Good Life. I'll be doing that same workshop at 12:15. So if you want to come by, definitely do so. I'll just be talking a little bit about intention setting and then we'll set some intentions together. I'll take you guys through a little mini meditation and everything like that. But yeah, I feel like this is like my next level kind of thing, is like really incorporating personal development, spiritual development with going to festivals. And I hope you can make it. I would love to see you there. And if you cannot make it for whatever reason, I will be at the Lunchbox Meetup at 7 p.m. on Friday. It'll be at the Cheese Bodega. And I'm planning to like be there as long as I possibly need to be to meet with each and every one of you. I know a lot of people have been loving my content, have been supporting my content, and I know you guys just would love to say hi to me. So that is going to be my only meetup and my only dedicated time of the weekend. I hope you can come by. We can take pictures, trade candy. I'll have a little bit of some gifts to hand out and whatnot. And again, would just totally love to meet you. Otherwise, if you happen to see me bouncing around Electric Forest, feel free to say hi to me. I always love meeting you guys, and it's been really amazing to have your support over the past couple of years. And I just wanted to kind of like highlight a little bit of my intentions for this weekend. I have been going through it. Honestly, for the past probably year, I have had a lot of like mental struggles and also just like life struggles, especially in the past 6 months. And so if you do see me, feel free to say hi, but also recognize that like I'm human and I might have some human moments this weekend. I'm feeling like a little bit nervous going into this weekend. So I just hope that you can give me some love, some support, and some compassion. I'm not going to like detail out everything going on in my life right now. That'll be for another day, but just know that yeah, I could really use some support, some love and compassion. So if you do say hi to me and maybe I'm not the most like about it, like there's probably a reason for it. I really do the best I can to meet each and every one of you and make you all feel seen, make you all feel heard, and make you all feel loved. So I will continue to hold that intention and do the best I can this weekend. I also will not be vlogging this year. I know my friend BB Howell, she talked about her not vlogging at Electric Forest this year, and I will also not be vlogging. I made that choice like honestly, when I left Electric Forest last year, I really could just use this Electric Forest to like pour into myself and get to really experience this festival that I have helped all of you get to connect with and get to have an amazing experience at. And I just really feel like I could use the same. I've been covering this festival since 2018 when I went for the first time. and I really just want to experience it for myself. I will be camping in the Good Life bungalows. I'll be doing Good Life for the first time, so I will be getting some footage and I will be doing some videos about that whole process afterwards. So don't worry. I would love to talk about my Good Life experience, and I will definitely be doing like a story time video about my electric forest this year. I would love to kind of just like recap it, and maybe I will be bringing back my podcast. So stay tuned for all of that. But yeah, I just really wanted to kind of share like what my personal intentions are. Like, this is going to be a very healing and supportive forest for me. I also will be celebrating a full year not drinking alcohol. I had my last sip of alcohol on the very last day of Electric Forest last year, and I haven't drank since. So I will also be celebrating that, which is very exciting. And so I'm really just ready to be present with my friends, be present with myself, and just like fully immerse myself this year. And I hope you guys, like I said, can just understand. If you see me, say hi. I would love to say hi to you guys. And I'm going to do the best that I can at this workshop and at these meetups and everything like that to connect with you guys too. I think that's a little bit about everything going on with me. As you guys know, like, I just have not been as present with my content and with this channel. I've been kind of just like going through like an identity thing and just like a rebirth kind of thing going on. And so I'm hoping after this forest, like, we will be turning things back up and we will be getting back into content. I'm very, very excited about all of that. And I really have missed showing up here, and I will definitely be showing up here a lot more. So that's that on that. Moving into some of the things that I've noticed with Electric Forest this year. For one, if you've heard about what happened at Beyond Wonderland at the Gorge, Electric Forest did post an update today, which was really good and kind of affirming to hear, like, yes, we see what happened at Beyond Wonderland at the Gorge, and we are doing everything possible to make sure that we all have a safe and fun weekend. So I highly encourage you to read over that just so you're informed. My heart truly goes out to anyone that went to Beyond Wonderland at the Gorge and the victims' families. And so I can just only hope and pray that we get to have a fun and safe weekend. And, you know, if you see something, say something, look out for one another. We experienced a pretty serious medical emergency last year. We witnessed that. I talked about it in those videos over there. So yeah, this is really important for all of us to just like look out for one another, be there for one another, and really just support one another during this weekend. And then some more so exciting things. I was going to do a map video, but honestly, there's not much more to add. The only thing that I thought was super cool this year is they are rebranding the hangar to Dream Emporium, and they also flipped Carousel Club, so it is going north and south. So I think that'll help alleviate with some of the crowd kind of like issues that was forming, because last year it kind of like created a curve and like it kind of created some blockages and stuff. And then they added like a garden and a garden of divine delights, a dream field. So that whole area I'm very curious about. You know, I'm curious if they're going to change some of the rooms in the hangar, if they're changing the whole scavenger hunt. So that's an area that I'm very excited to explore. As for the rest of it, I'm curious to see if there'll be like some production changes, some stage changes, things like that. But otherwise, like, the map was pretty straightforward this year. That's the only part that I kind of wanted to highlight, was that change. So very curious about that. I definitely will take some videos and stuff like that for those that are curious, that are not going to Forest this year, if they're wondering, you know, what's the Dream Emporium and all of that. But that's kind of like the only few updates that I've really seen that are changes for this year specifically. Okay, so now let's talk about set times, you guys. And what I will say about the set times this year is that I am so pleased with these set times. Some of you guys might not agree with this, but I had such like an easygoing time creating my schedule for this year. Also, leading up to Forest, I was like, I don't even know who's on the lineup, to be quite honest. Like, I kind of forgot. So going through the set times was very helpful to like think about, okay, who do I want to see? What sets do I want to see? I do have a lot of free time and like adventure time, which I'm very excited about. And then some artists that like I've been dying to see, artists that I love. So it's going to be a good weekend. I'm going to try to tell you guys about some other artists to check out. I didn't do a phase 2 lineup video like I wanted to. So I'm going to try to highlight some of the other ones that I've heard about in case you have some other artists that you want to check out. But if I don't mention an artist, it's probably for a reason. Void. I will not be going to Sudden Death. But if you go to that, have a great time. And also like string cheese. I've seen string cheese. I'm kind of good. I'm ready to like, go explore some other artists or go do other things. So without further ado, let's get into it. Like I said, my intention setting workshop is going to be at 10:30 to 11:15 at the Brainery. So of course I will be there. And then kicking it off, I did not really have anyone that I was desiring to see until Sid at 4:30 at Tripoli. He's always a good time. Miss Dre is also before that, but I feel like I might be with like friends trying to go in and stuff. So I didn't want to like overwhelm myself too much. So we'll kick it off with Sid for some nice groovy house vibes. He's always a good time. And then moving on to the next artist I would like to see is Hugel. He's at 5:45 to 7 at Tripoli. If you like the Latin house kind of vibe, I feel like he's going to be perfect for that. And I feel like that will just be a really good high energy set to kick us off for Electric Forest. Then I would like to move over to the observatory for Miss Sane. If you are a fan of Lane 8, this is very similar vibes. Also, Embers is right after, which I won't be able to catch because I would like to go see Channel Trace, but other artists to check out, I've heard good things about Emotional Oranges. Jay Wara, also a good time at Tripoli. Like, I love her. I will always see her, but I had other artists that I hadn't seen before. So I'll be at Miss Sane, and then I'm going to go to Channel Trace. I've heard amazing things about his live performance, and he's going to be at Ranch Arena. And something I always like to talk about with the set times, take a look at the map, and that way you can see, okay, if I have a set at Tripoli and then a set at Carousel Club, like that's going to be a 30-minute walk probably to get to and from. So it'd be really hard to split sets like that. However, if you're going from like Tripoli to Ranch Arena, that's really easy. Ranch Arena to the observatory, that's really easy. Sherwood to the observatory, that's an easy walk. So just kind of like think about that when it comes to splitting sets. But I will most likely be at Channel Trace because I've been dying to see him, haven't seen him before. I would also be down to see Embers, but Channel Trace, I've been chasing him for a minute. Then after that, I don't really have anyone. Niels Hoffman I could go see. That's kind of like similar to like a Ben Bomer type of vibe. Sid is playing another set at Honeycomb. Sophie Tucker is also an amazing choice to go see for their live aspect. They're at 9:30 at Ranch Arena. I just recently saw them at ACL, so I'm kind of good on that. I'm going to go back to Tripoli for Totally Enormous Extinct Dinosaurs. Just trust me on this. If you have never seen him, I absolutely love his set at Seismic Dance Event 2018. So this is definitely kind of a must-see for me. I feel like that'll be really perfect as it'll be right after sunset too. So I think sunset's around like 8:39, I want to say. You can double check me on that. Side note, the weather is looking fantastic, which I'm very pumped about. Very grateful for that. Then after Teed, I'm going to go to SG Lewis at Sherwood Court. I still have never seen him and I've been dying to see him. So this is going to be definitely a highlight for me for Thursday. Another option is Cosmic Gate if you want some trance vibes at the observatory. I might go meet friends over there after SG Lewis. And then to end the night, I know a lot of people were upset about these conflicts because we have Odessa, we have Jamie XX, we have Infected Mushroom, and then we have Gorgon City. I am personally going to start my finale, I guess, of Thursday at Odessa. I kind of just want to see their opening. I'm curious if their festival set is similar to their tour set from last year, because then I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm good. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go to Gorgon City and finish off there. I just feel like I really need a Gorgon City set in my life. I saw a little bit of their Seismic Dance Event last year set and it was so good. And so I feel like they're just going to really hit it off at Electric Forest and close out Tripoli. I've heard good things about Infected Mushroom, but again, I just have those artists that I really love that I want to see. Jamie XX, I did see a little bit at Seismic Dance Event. It's like a housey Fred again. He's like an OG. He was like Fred again before Fred again was a thing, you know? So he would also be really cool to see. So that is Thursday. Moving on to Friday. First thing I want to go to is the Femme Identifying Circle at Honeycomb from 3 to 4 p.m. If you are someone that is femme identifying and going to Electric Forest solo, this would actually be a really great way to meet people. So I'm hoping to make it for that because I would love to just, meet up with you guys, say hi and whatnot, and kind of be a part of that community little event. And then we have Zingara at 5 p.m. She is absolutely going to smash and burn down Tripoli. This is one of my must-sees for the weekend. I've been dying to see her. I've been supporting her on TikTok when she had like, you know, a very small following, and it's been really cool to see her grow into what she is today. So that'll be really amazing to see her. And then right after, I'm going to go to Azeka. She is like up and coming house, a little bit of techno, breakbeat. She's amazing, and I've been dying to see her. So I'm really excited to see her, especially at the observatory. I feel like that's good. I feel like that's going to be such a vibe to see her there. Some other artists, I don't know any of the other ones to recommend. Moving on to, I will say Forrester from 7 to 8 p.m. I have one of their songs saved that I'm like obsessed with. But I unfortunately will not be able to make that just because I will be going to the Lunchbox Meetup at 7 o'clock at the Cheese Bodega. And same thing, like Mian is at that time, Champagne Drip is at that time. Those are both really good choices. Fletcher is a really great performer. I'm sure I'll be able to hear her set because it's at Ranch Arena, and that's right by where the meetup is at. So I'll get to hear a little bit of Fletcher, but she's an amazing vocalist and performer, so that'll be really cool. And then after that, I have a little bit of a break. So like I can go whatever. I can go to Jansen, I can go to 070 Shake. I could be into any of that. And then of course we have String Cheese Incident. They're 2 sets. They have the one on Friday, the one on Saturday. And then I think I'm going to go to Rusco back-to-back Dirt Monkey. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it. I kind of want some like wobbly bass, some like, I don't know. I'm kind of like feeling into that. So I've seen Rusco before. It's been since 2019, I think was the last time I saw him. So I'd definitely be down for that. After that, I have a little bit of time. And then we have a 90-minute Lane 8 set, which I am so beyond grateful for. So I will be a puddle at that set, and me and my friends will all just be crying and holding each other. Very excited about Lane 8, of course, like cannot miss him. That's going to be probably one of my top sets of the weekend. I did want to see a Meme, and I also wanted to see Bontan, but like Lane 8, we're just going to do it. Peekaboo's also a great choice. And then I was really upset that they put Disco Lines so late in the day and they put him at Carousel Club. I was really wanting to see him, but like Lane 8, and then I'm going to see the beginning of Illenium. He's playing here in Austin the following week after, so I was like, yeah, let me just see the beginning of Illenium with some of my friends, and then I'm going to go over to Diesel at Tripoli, and then I will be ending my night with Ganja White Night, which I'm sure you guys are like, what, Aid? Honestly, my friend Peyton sold me completely on Ganja. It sounds like it'll be a dope set, like let's do it. So I'll be doing that. Blondish is also another great choice, more of like that tribal house, tech house. She's always a good time. I haven't seen her, but I've listened to her sets. I've heard good things about her, but I'm feeling the bass. I'm like, let's do the bass takeover at Tripoli. Griffin, also like feel good vibes, but I'm like, I want the bass. Let's do it. And then, so that is Friday. Moving on to Saturday. I think the first thing, I think I had friends that wanted to see Space Wizard. I have no clue anything about anything, so I'm really going to follow my friends on that one. Chromio is also good. Ray Cola is also a really good house artist. And then I also had next up, let's see, Top Gun I've heard good things about. I liked some of his music when I checked it out. The only conflict I really had was xoxo at 7:15 to 8:15 Sherwood Court, and San Pacho at 7:30 to 8:30. I think I'm going to do xoxo though, because I love that sound he has. It's very like Arl Grime, and like him at Sherwood Court I feel like will be such a vibe. So I think that's the plan. I think I'm going to go xoxo. San Pacho's like Matroda, like Biscuits type house artist. I definitely know I'll come by him again, you know? So I'm kind of like, let's see xoxo. Then after that, I have a little bit of break. I've seen Dr. Fresh before, so I'm kind of good on that, but he's always a good time. And then I think I'm going to go to the observatory for Phantoms from 9 to 10. I'm like I haven't seen Phantoms in a while, so I'd kind of be down for that. We are not going to be seeing Noizu. He's always a good time. And then honestly, right after Phantoms, I'm going to see Casbo. If you went to Electric Forest in 2018 and saw Casbo, like you just know how special that set was. So I'm excited to like recreate that and be at Casbo and kind of plant myself there for that 100%. And then I might go pop over to Carousel Club to see Elohim. I still have never seen her and I don't know how or why. So I would love to go see her, and that would be my only set at Carousel Club. And then I'll probably pop back over to DeVault at the observatory, see a little bit of that, and then go to Zed's Dead. It's Electric Forest, you guys. Like, have to see Zed's Dead. I saw them last year at EDC 2022, but they had like a ton of sound issues because of the wind. So like, Zed's Dead Electric Forest always just hits. So we're gonna do that. And I won't be seeing Chris Lorenzo, but that's also another good choice. I've just seen him so much. Memba, I have been wanting to see, but again, Zed's Dead, you know? And then ending my night, you know, there's a lot of good people to see, but like, I'd be lying to myself if I said I wasn't gonna go see Chris Lake. Like, if I said I was not gonna go see Chris Lake, all of you guys would be concerned. Everyone would be like, Aid, like, blink twice if you need help if you're not going to Chris Lake, you know? Like, we just have to do it, and he's gonna close out 3:15. Also, I'm like kind of manifesting that we get like an Annie Up Renegade RV set somewhere, so like, fingers crossed on that. I totally called like John Summit was going to do an afters, and then it ended up being like Subjonics before it was Subjonics. So like, let's all manifest it together that Annie Up does an RV set. Kicking it off Sunday, I definitely wanted to go check out the Pride Party and support as a fellow ally to all my he, she's, gays, theys, and everything in between. So definitely we'll be doing that. And then first person I want to see, everyone's been talking about Daily Bread. Like all my friends, like literally everyone has been telling me to go see Daily Bread. So I will definitely be going to that. Sherwood Court, 6:30 to 7:30. And then I've heard good things about Opio, but I do want to see a Luna at Tripoli at 7:30, but I don't know, because I also want to see a Pache, the live brass thing. I feel like that's a really cool, unique thing. So that might be like we'll see how we feel. Because I also want to see Casablanca at 8:45 to 10. Another like, we'll kind of see what the vibes takes us. I've been wanting to see Casablanca for a minute, but Aluna, she's a really great vocalist and house artist. Casablanca is definitely, they're a duo, and it's more like house, melodic techno kind of vibe. Apache, I've just heard really good things about for like years, so I've been very curious about that. There's also these like surprise little sets, and I'm curious about those. I don't think it'll be any artist that isn't on the lineup. I think it'll be artists doing like different types of things. So you might want to have your push notifications on for those just in case. And then the other conflict I had was Hayden James from 10 to 11, Rossi from 10 to 11, and then Madion from 10:15 to 11:30. I think I need a Madion set. It's been a while since I've seen Madion. I think I could really use that in my soul. So I think I will be doing that. And then that will go straight into Above and Beyond. I've heard good things about Easy Baked. I love Dabin. I haven't seen Dabin in a long time, but Madion. I think I'm going to do Madion and then go into Above and Beyond. And then probably will somehow end my time at Rez because her set will still be going. So we might pop over to Rez and end there. And that will then be our magical electric forest. That is it. That is my plan. I hope to see you guys there. I'm super excited. Like I said, this is going to definitely be an electric forest for the books. There's going to be a lot of things going on, and there's going to be some really exciting memories to be made and milestones happening. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support, you know, for all this time I've been going to Electric Forest, but also just for like the past year. This is definitely going to be a very big turning point for me that I'm very excited about. So if you guys have any final questions, let me know. And I hope to see you guys in the forest. I love you guys so, so much. If you did enjoy today's video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to vibe with me. I love you guys. Happy forest. I will see you there. Bye.